Hey everybody. In the book of Exodus, Pharaoh makes it almost impossible for the Israelite slaves to do the work required of them. It says in chapter 5, verses 7 and 8, "Don't continue to supply the people with straw for making bricks as before. They must go and gather straw for themselves, but require the same quota of bricks from them as they were making before. Do not reduce it, for they are slackers. That is why they are crying out, 'Let us go and sacrifice to our God.'" Hard-hearted pharaohs, 2 or 3 times the work in the same amount of time to produce the same amount of product. The Israelite slaves, working to build great monuments to their wicked oppressor, must have thought Pharaoh was crazy. I don't know about you, but some days I feel like I'm trying to make bricks without straw. I mean, a leaky faucet, a check engine light glowing on the dashboard, a large project looming at work, a conversation with someone that didn't go quite right. All of these burdens can make me feel overwhelmed. All of these things I have to handle by myself. I have resigned myself to having to make bricks without straw. A seemingly impossible task when I think about it. There are days when we must call upon God for supernatural strength and wisdom. These are the days that test our faith and prove it by God's hand. These are the days that God shows up to help us overcome the seemingly unbearable burden. And these are the days we have to look at God and not our struggle. It's amazing how bleak the day can look in the morning. But with God, there is the light of His Spirit with us. In times like these, with COVID, unrest, and uncertainty in our nation, maybe a job loss or the loss of a loved one, ultimately, God asks us to rest in Him. I have no problems throwing up my hands and saying, "God, I can't deal with this. Here, you take this." And then, at the end of the day, it wasn't so bad. God was with me. He helped me. I didn't have to do anything by myself. God promised relief to the Hebrews when Pharaoh gave them a seemingly impossible task. In the very next chapter, God said to Moses, "Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. Because of a strong hand, he will let them go, and because of a strong hand, He will drive them out of the land." Quite a promise from hard-hearted Pharaoh. Friends, God's hand is stronger than we are. It is stronger than the seemingly impossible task in front of us. God will help us through each day if we focus on Him rather than the tasks. We do not have to make bricks without straw. We have God by our side to help us.
Pastor Joe, thank you for that devotional. We're trying to produce a devotional now every week. Glad you're listening in. We wanted to give you a little Bible story insight during the week as well. Hope you can be with us this Sunday, either in person or online. I'm going to talk about your identity as a saint. When I say that to people, they usually say, "I'm no saint." And we think of great famous Christians or something like that. But the Bible says you and me are saints. Maybe we don't know what it really means to be a saint. So you don't want to miss this Sunday. Some things coming up this week. Our life groups and our classes are going full bore now. It's the winter and they've been excellent. We're doing them on Zoom mostly. So you can sign up for that on the church website. You don't want to miss that. Being in a small group is a great way to get to know people, to pray for each other, to encourage each other. Our youth is also going full swing with Pastor Manny now. Parents, if you have youth, you want them to be there. They need to get that Christian influence in their life. So please get them there Friday night, and that I believe also is being Zoomed as well. Finally, I wanted to mention that this Sunday we're not having kids' church. And the reason for that, on every fourth Sunday of the month, and this month is unusual. It has 5 Sundays. But on every 4th Sunday, we're not having kids' church for 2 reasons. Number one, to give our team a break. We don't want them to burn out. Doreen and team does a great job, but this gives them a little break. And then also, we think it's important that they worship with adults and everybody else once in a while, because that's what they'll do someday when they grow up in the not distant future. So it's a great experience to be with them. So kids' church will not meet this Sunday. Hey, church, great to see you, and look forward to seeing you this Sunday as we celebrate Jesus together.